Kò sí nǹkan tó wrong tí wọ́n gangan bá ti níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àtowó ẹ̀ lápò kọ̀ọ̀kan yẹn tó dé. And make that man see you as an opportunity, as being lucky, having to be married to you. Make people count themselves lucky, count themselves blessed. See you as an opportunity, that for me to have been a friend with Lagbaja is an opportunity. It's a great addition to myself. You're welcome. Amore Oluwabukomi. You came late. I miss you. You understand? Make it worth a while. Let them see reasons. Let them blame themselves for coming to you late. Let people say, èmi àti ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dọ̀rẹ́ lẹ́ni tó yẹ kí n ti mọ̀ ẹ́ láti years ago. If your life counts, if whatever you have at hand matters, if you can stand on your own feet, if you can stand tall among crowd and talk, if you can pull your own stunt, if you can save your own money, if you don't have to depend on anybody, everybody will be happy, will be excited, you be meeting you and being your friend. Everybody will count you as an opportunity. When they remember they have you as a friend or a girlfriend or a wife or whatsoever you are to them, they appraise you for being their friend. They appraise themselves of the opportunity to have met you. So please, make your being single count. Happiness is more than whatever you can think of. If you are not happy in whatever you are doing, that thing, I will tell you, my sister, my brother, you are not doing well. You really have to stop whatever thing that you are doing that is consuming your time, your happiness, your joy, your peace. It is not worth having. So I say again, living your life to the fullest while you are happy, it is very, very, very important. Make your independence, make it worth it. Have a well social support. Be full of life, make friends. When your friends are getting married and you can afford to get a ticket to Maiduguri, Port Harcourt, Nnewi, wherever, Asaba, for a wedding, please feel free to go, because there will be a time in life that even if you wish and you have the money to go, responsibilities will hold you back. Those times that you have to consider the children before going out, and coming back home 6 p.m. is going to be a problem. Those times you have to rush back home 8 p.m. and still cook dinner. Those times that dinner will be an assignment for you. What is the next meal? What are we having next? It's going to be an assignment. So make certain that your single time is really, really worth it, and make sure you enjoy it to the fullest. Have a good support of everything. Practicing mindfulness in every ramification of your life is very important. I say to you, physically, academically, financially stand, and your happiness comes first. When you have money, a man that gets married to you will say, in fact, mo ti ń fẹ́ àwọn èèyàn, mi ò fẹ́ èèyàn tó wà supportive bí Lágbájá rí. Because when you have, giving will not be a big deal to you. You won't see giving somebody something as exploiting. But when you don't have, immediately they ask, Shoni 5K, you are already adding one and one together. Shake on shake, want to see fake by me. I hope I'm not in any financial fix in this relationship. I hope I'm not the one that will be picking bills. There's nothing wrong if you are financially stable. When you're on a date, he buys the movie ticket and you buy the snacks. There's no big deal about it. You go on a date, he picks up the dinner. You decide to pick up probably the fuel or whatever. You can even go out on a date. He invited you and you decide to pick the bills. It doesn't stop anything. There's no rules and regulation that states that a lady should not pick up bill when you're out with a man for a dinner. So you can actually make it count. Let him get back home and tell his friends, you would not believe what I experienced today. So gist us, what is it? I actually invited that single lady called Lagbaja to a dinner date, and we finished eating. We had our sweet wine, and you have your afters and everything, and you know what she did? She picked the bill. If you have it, why not? Go out of it. Go out of your way. As a matter of fact, picking the bill does not, make you less of a woman, or does not make you proud. It only means he is not coming for a liability. You have what it takes to be the right person at hand. Recognize that it's not all your thoughts that are right. When you are single, I want you to acknowledge that it's not every of your thoughts that is right. Because there is this logic to when you want something to happen. You tend to have different kind of thoughts, both positive and negative. I want you to know that at that single state of yours, it is not every of your thoughts that is positive. It is not every of your thoughts that will come to pass. Let me cite you an example. Some people, when they are single, they will start thinking, marriage is not for me. Kí ni marriage? Kò ń ṣe dandan. Ọlọ́run ò kọ pé gbogbo wa la máa fẹ́ ọkọ. After all, mommy mi bí obìnrin mẹ́rin, ọkùnrin kan. Mommy àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi náà bí obìnrin mẹ́fà, ọkùnrin kan. So definitely ọkùnrin ò ní carry. I don't want you to be that negative. When you try to cut the trend, into your own mischief, trying to reconnect. I don't know what is wrong with this poor nonsense network. But let me keep talking in case you can hear me. So you try to figure yourself and figure your path right into that negative situation. And you tell, even if I don't get married, it is no problem. By the time I'm 45, I will just settle for one man, or for one guy, or for an ex, or for a man friend, or for a married man of like 5 wives. I will just be the 6th wife. Once somebody will say, I will just, I won't even bother getting married. I will have my job at hand. I will adopt a baby. I will take care of that child. And I will name him or her whatever name that pleases me. Probably later in life, I'll be a mistress. No, I don't want you to see yourself in that negative approach. Why? Just because you're single. You're single, you have to be mindful of your own thought. You have to have reasons for your own action. You have to be able to stand up for yourself. You have to be financially capable. You have to be academically sound. If you're single and you're all right, you're okay, you have a good job, you can put in for your master's, you can do PhD. Who tells you that you can't be a doctor while you're single? Some people will even say, I don't want to buy a car because I am single. Does that mean you are looking for that spouse in a downfall, or on a bike, or in a market? So when they tell you you have the money and you keep flying bikes and you keep falling down from that bike, and for crying out loud, you can afford a car, buy yourself a car. You know what? You will only attract what looks like you. Because you're single and you're not in any relationship at the moment does not mean you are going to meet that man in a bus. If you can afford luxury and you're single, please go on and do it. If you can acquire a land to yourself, to your name, go on and acquire it. If you can get a building, you can afford it, why not? If you can afford luxury trip to Dubai, to UK, to US, to Paris, to Italy, go on a date. Go on a trip for yourself. Don't wait till you are engaged with Mr. Mustafa, Uncle Diola, Mr. Ibrahim, Mr. Williams. Before you do good things to yourself, explore. There's nothing wrong in you going back to school. Fine, you want to study history and international studies, and you're interested in educational line. You want to be academically sound. Go back for another course. Do your master's. Do your PhD. Go for pre-degree. Whatever. Just make sure you are making best use of that single period of your life. So I said number 2, recognize that not all your thoughts are facts. So don't say, because I am 41 and I'm still single, let me just erase the fact I will ever get married. No. Do whatever you can do and stop daydreaming. Know that some of your thoughts will actually come to pass, while some will not. Don't force yourself. Don't kill yourself. Don't bite yourself. Don't beat yourself over that. When they are single, they tend to say, no, I just want to concentrate on being rich. I want to be like Otedola. Some might come to pass and some will not come to pass. Don't put yourself in a situation whereby you can't move forward, or you sink yourself in the negative area of life. Please don't do it. I say again, make best use of your singleness and make sure you are happy with it. Can I be rich? Will love come through for me? Is it possible for me to get a man at this age? Because you are 45 does not mean it cannot work out. Are you God? And when you are still alive, you should never give up on yourself. No. Don't ever give up on yourself. I say to you, there's absolutely nothing God cannot do. So if he says he can do anything, why doubt him again? Leave it in his hands. When you start having feelings like this, always watch your thoughts. Always stay with positive friends. Once you know that these thoughts are negative, always stay true to yourself. Always find the reality of life instead of drowning in your own frills and making ups and facts to you and laughs in real life. Always come through from the positive side of it. Instead of losing yourself in the process, get yourself back. Get yourself gathered. Know what you're doing. Know your limits. Know your boundaries. Know what you can and what you cannot. Know your do's and know your don'ts. Don't be negatively thoughtful. Some people will just talk down on themselves and say what will not come to pass in 16 years. They will say to you, all I'm working towards right now is just get 200 million and just get... It is right to think in that box. There's nothing wrong in it. In fact, it is not devilish. But when you are thinking in that box, always stay on the positive trend of it. I say again, choose strictly positive friends.